What's going on, brothers? Back again. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how when you're doing semen retention and meditation, you need to let go, trust God, let Him take control of everything. Everything that you want, all of your dreams, desires, everything that you have inside of your mind, these things are going to start coming true. So I'm going to explain how this happens, why it happens, and how to perform, how to do this. How does the things inside of your mind that you're imagining, that you want, that you have these goals, these dreams, these desires and stuff, how do they become real? Well, for most people, they don't become real. Let's go ahead and acknowledge that most people actually live and die not doing and fulfilling the dreams that they have deep inside. I think this is a terrible way to live. But most people also don't know the secrets of the universe that we now know because we have access to this stuff, this information on the internet. One of these secrets is, of course, celibacy. This is going to be for men and women. Celibacy as a whole, getting rid of that constant nature inside of you that is lustful and sexual. If you can put that to the side, especially as a man, because usually we have loftier dreams than females, but especially as a man, if you could put that to the side, you can focus your time, attention, energy, and mental capacity on your goals and your dreams. Now, when you also do this, you have to let go at the same time and understand that because you're sacrificing your sexuality as a male, achieving sex with a female is the greatest pleasure, physical pleasure that you can feel as a man, is the chase, the catch, and the sealing of the deal. It's amazing, right? If you've ever had a one night stand, you know it's not the easiest thing to pull off. And if you do it, you're a fucking legend. So if you give that up, if you make that sacrifice of this thing inside of you that wants to chase, that wants to feel this pleasure and experience this pleasure, you give that up, God sees it. God is happy with you for making that sacrifice of your own body and your own pleasure so you can do His will instead of your will, because your will truly is to just fuck off. I was thinking yesterday, like, if what would heaven be like? And the first thing I thought of was just like, I could do whatever I want, whenever I wanted, and I had unlimited women. And that was immediately what I thought heaven would be. So the natural human impulse, the natural male impulse is to do that, right? To sleep with women all the time as much as possible. This is what we would imagine heaven would look like, right? You would think that heaven would have tons of women in it. So when you give that up, God is happy. He's smiling down on you. He looks at you and he's like, good job, son. I might reward you in the future. First, he's going to test you. Eventually, he'll reward you and he'll elevate you. But you have to start out by giving this thing up. In that sacrifice, you also have to let go of what you think you need, of what you think is right, and let God just take care of it. If you are trying to give up watching the sights and hooking up with girls and you can't ever do it, you're constantly relapsing, you need to give up control over it. And you need to say, you know what? I need healing in a way that I don't understand. Obviously, I don't understand it. I keep telling myself I'm going to stop relapsing and I never stop relapsing. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. When you get to that point, that's when you give it up and say, you know what, God, you got it. You got it. You do whatever you got to do to fix me, to get the end result. And this is how God works in general, that your thoughts and everything going on in your head, God already knows them. He already knows your goals and your dreams and your desires. You just have to get out of your own way. You have to stop talking. You have to shut your mouth and get out of your own way and just let God handle that shit. As long as you make your sacrifices, it's very simple for you to do it. So the same thing goes with meditation. If you've got mental patterns like relapsing, if you've got physical issues, physical health issues, you're overweight, maybe you're 34 now and you've been lifting weights your whole life and your body's starting to break down. Your shoulder hurts, your knee hurts, your elbow hurts. All this different stuff is going on. This is where you can sit down and meditate. And again, you can say to God, I'm going to let go. I don't know what I need. I'm stressed out every single day. I'm depressed every single day. My chest is tight. I'm anxious. I have a hard time taking a full, deep breath in. My breathing is shallow. My digestion is fucked up. I've developed a disease. Whatever you've got, this is where you can sit down and you can let go and say, God, I need healing in a way that I can't do it. I don't know where to start. I'm so broken. I'm so fucked up. I don't know where I need the healing. Sometimes your thought patterns are the things that need the healing. So, why do you want to do this? Of course, it's to fulfill these dreams. It's to fulfill these desires. It's so if you do have some type of health issues, you can heal yourself. You can fix yourself and get better. And when you do this, you're going to be an example for everyone else of how to fix themselves, how to heal themselves. And these two practices I've laid out, semen retention and meditation, no doctor, you ain't got to pay nobody. It's completely internal. You might have to pay to learn how to meditate. I've done that, and that's fine. You can watch these free YouTube videos for semen retention, but you become the example to everyone else because you changed yourself. You changed your life. You revamped everything. Not everyone does that. People don't live and fulfill their dreams. That's what you have to understand. You have these dreams and desires deep inside of yourself. And if you are not currently on the path to making those dreams and desires happen, you need to let go of control. You got yourself off the path, and you have to let go of the wheel and say, all right, God, you got it. You know what I want. If you're nice, if you're pleased with my sacrifice, give it to me. And he'll give you whatever he wants to give you. It's going to be better than what you got going on right now. But these sacrifices, meditation is a sacrifice of your own ego. It's a sacrifice of your own will. You're killing your own desire for what you want in your own life. Meditation is a sacrifice of pleasure. The time that you spend, the 10, 15 minutes you spend meditating is 10, 15 minutes you could have spent on your phone doing anything else, pleasuring yourself. You're making that time sacrifice, and God sees it. And He, even deeper than that, He knows your intentions. And this is God in any sense that you want to consider it. You can consider it the universe. You can consider it your own subconscious mind, right? I see it as all of these things because even in my own mind, I know I have these dreams and desires and I know what I want. I don't have to think about it. They're deep in my mind. They come up. I don't have to process or anything. They're just there. I'm just pushed every day towards these things. So look at it however you want, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. I'm using the word God to describe the same thing that we all experience, that we all know. There is something about reality, the way that it works, that when you make sacrifices, when you stop saying me, what I want, and you start saying, well, whatever this thing that's greater than me wants is what'll happen, is what'll come. And that's when things start coming together. Suddenly, you start getting the things that you wanted when you said, I'll do what you want. Suddenly, you get what you want personally. So, make sure that you're disciplined with these sacrifices because you're going to feel better. You're going to start doing better. Everything's going to be great. And that's when it's going to be easy for you to slip up. That's when the temptations are going to come in. Y'all have heard plenty of guys on semen retention talk about the women attraction and how you'll get sent a girl that's exactly your type. She's exactly who you want coming around. You'll have all these temptations. It's because you're leveling up. You're moving up in life and you're being tested. What are you going to do? Where's your discipline going to be? You can ask the girl out. You can go out. You can date the girl. Are you going to sleep with her? That's the question. That's where your discipline is being tested. Maybe you really, really, really want to. You're being tested. It's a discipline test. You haven't reached the end goal yet. Most people lose it at this point. As soon as they get the smallest amount of power, they piss it away. They lose it because they lose all of their discipline. Their discipline was never to reach some grand end goal. This is another reason you have to say, I'll do what you want, God. Because when you do what you want inside of yourself, as soon as you get that power, as soon as you start feeling good, you're going to go and piss it away, right? I could do it today. I saw a girl at the gym yesterday. She's good looking. She follows me around. She likes me and stuff. There's two of them actually that I've thought about this morning. They've popped into my mind. I could see them today. It's Sunday. You know, I'd show up at the same time I did yesterday, get in there, and I could see them and ask these girls out and sleep with them. It'd be so easy. I'm feeling good, I'm doing good, I'm looking good, everything, right? But I have these bigger goals and these bigger dreams that I know that if I go my path, if I go about these goals and these dreams my way, I'm going to end up relapsing. And when I do, I'm going to fail. That's going to be a failure to God. I know a lot of guys like don't want y'all to be this critical and this tough on yourself. A lot of this just comes from meditating. If you really meditate and you give up your own will, your own control, all right, so this is good reason to do it, is to let go of your own control. Be honest with yourself. If your life is not, if you're 23 years old and you're not where you thought you would be at 23, then you need to sit down and consider this stuff. Consider semen retention. Consider meditation. It's okay to not be exactly where you want to be. But if you're off course at 23, you might be way off course at 33. You might get completely on course at 33. I'm 30 years old. I've seen my friends. I've seen this stuff. Most people have no course. Most people have no plan. So it's best for you to let go of your own plan and just let God have the plan for you. Most people are going by their own plan, which is no plan. All right, gentlemen, like the video, comment what you think, subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.